Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first DIY video showing you how I took this dresser and turned it into this dresser. And it wasn't expensive. So you're going to need measuring tape, sanding paper, gloss paint and prime and white, metallic finish paint, a glue gun, mirror glue, a glass cutter. I'm using Gorilla Glue. And I also am going to be using gloves, which are optional only because I have really long nails at the time and I didn't want to get paint or anything on them. First off, I'm going to measure the dresser. I don't know why I measured the top of the dresser because I knew I wasn't putting a flat piece of mirror on top of it. But I also measured the sides, the width and the length. And then I also measured the dresser drawers. I had 9 dresser drawers total. As long as you purchase the mirror from Lowe's, they will cut it for free. They can only cut straight lines. Reason why I have the glass cutter because I have to cut glass for my other drawers. I did sand the dresser down. This is a 20-year-old dresser, so I was trying to get out any dings and dents out of the dresser. After sanding it, I wiped it down to get all the dust off and started to prime the dresser. I didn't prime the dresser on the sides completely because I know the mirror is going to cover that area. I wind up having to use a can and a half of paint. And while the primer is drying, I went ahead and unscrewed the knobs from my dresser drawers. Again, I have 9 dresser drawers. The 3 in the middle are not completely flat. The reason why I had to get a glass cutter so that I can actually cut the glass myself. And I'll show you what I mean when I say it's not completely flat. So as you can see, the dresser itself, it goes inward. So it makes those shapes and I can't put a flat piece of glass there. Now this glass is extremely sharp. So I did use the sandpaper to go around the glass. And as you can see, those glass pieces are super small. Don't let Lowe's tell you they can't cut really small pieces. As long as they're straight, they can. So after I sand down the glass, I did go ahead and start putting on the metallic color around the dresser. And again, I did not do the complete sides because the mirror is going to cover all of that. And I also had to use about a can and a half of this as well. But this color, honey, baby, I love this color. And I think the white underneath made it pop a little bit more. This is pretty, honey. Yes, come through. So for the middle drawers, I figured out how to cut. I'm just using a Sharpie to make a straight line. I use the ruler to guide my hand so that I won't slip to the side. And then you just put a little pressure down onto the glass and you push and pull. And it has to make this crackling noise and you know that you're doing it right. tap both sides a couple of times to loosen it up, and hold it with one hand, push and pull with the other, and boom, there you go. After I figured out how to cut the glass properly, I was a cutting machine. I am shocked because I did not cut myself doing this at all. So this little glass cutter is definitely the truth. It does not look like it would cut glass, but it definitely cuts glass. I have 12 pieces. They're going to be 4 on each drawer and have 3 drawers. Way too many. Way too many. I don't know what went there. I got glass cut happy and I just kept going, and I realized that that's not going to work. 4 triangles, which was going to go here on the middle part of the drawer, and it literally took me forever to figure that out, but I got it done. And I have 6 of these pieces. So I have a lot of scrap glass that I either broke by mistake or I just left over from cutting it in general, and I'll use that later. So I have to do the same thing to the drawers that I did to the dresser. So I made sure that I cleaned them off and I sand them down, and I started to prime them. I did not prime the drawers completely in the middle because I knew that, again, the mirror would cover it. I did, however, do a complete prime and a complete paint to the longer, bigger 3 drawers because I knew that part of the drawer would be showing. While y'all here, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure y'all like this video. Now I'm going to use some Mod Podge, and you can get this from Target, Michael's, Walmart, Amazon. And again, as I was swiping the Mod Podge onto the top of the dresser, I had no clue what I was going to do with it. I decided to use some of the broken pieces from a couple of days ago when I was just cutting and breaking stuff. And very, very shortly, I realized I messed up. I should have not used those pieces, but it's too late now. I also have some crushed glass, which initially that was my thought. I was just going to use the crushed glass, but I thought putting the bigger pieces would make it look a little better. But at this point, it's too late. I'm not turning back around. I'm just going to keep going. I could do an epoxy on top of this, but I haven't, and I'm probably not going to. But if you decide to do this, you may want to do epoxy on top of it. So while that's out on the balcony drying, I am going to add the mirrors to the dresser drawers. I learned very quickly what not to do, which is what I'm doing. Do not put the glue directly on the mirror. Why? Because it starts to seep through, and then you have this big mess. It was a big mess. I didn't show you the mess, but it was a big mess. And I did it on this dresser, and I was cleaning up for a while. Put the glue directly on the dresser and then apply the mirror. Don't say I didn't warn you. I am just going to go ahead and clean the mirrors with some glass cleaner. And as you can see, I have my candle sitting on top of the longer dresser. I was just giving it some weight so that the mirror can stick better. And I did that to all of them. After cleaning the mirrors, I did measure where I wanted to put the knobs. And I got the knobs from Amazon. I'll also post that in the description box. So if you're looking for bling knobs, this is a great place to get them from. And they weren't that expensive. Overall, I probably spent maybe $100. I don't even think I spent $100, but maybe $100. And these are the bling knobs. These knobs do come with screws, so if you wanted to screw them into a door, a dresser, or anything else that you're using or making at that time. You absolutely want to make sure you know where you're placing your knobs before you actually place them permanently with the glue. Because working with Gorilla Glue, you're going to put it someplace and you're not going to be happy with it, and it's either going to be a struggle to get it off or you're not going to be able to get it off at all. We finally got the dresser back into the house, and now I am just adding those really small pieces to the lining of the dresser, and again using the Gorilla Glue. And it did seep out just a little bit because, as you can see, what am I doing? I'm putting it on the mirror versus the dresser. It was easy to get off. I just took a razor blade and kind of cut it off. And after getting all of the mirrors on the dressers and on the dresser drawers, I was able to put everything together, and then this was my outcome. I'm pretty proud of myself and happy with my results. I did also make the mirror at the top. Don't pay no attention to my bed in the background. I added a couple of rugs and some LED lights on the back of the mirror and on the dresser. I'm happy. Then I moved. And my movers did this. They busted the side of my mirror. They broke off the handles off the middle drawer. They broke the small piece of mirror on the edge. They also broke the leg of the dresser. And the mirror at the very top is busted as well. Some of this I can fix, some of it I cannot. Please go ahead and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and I will see you all in my next video.